All right, guys, welcome back to the subscriber game. I'm going to do updates more regularly than I normally would. If you've been following me for a while, you know I typically try to wait until something is dramatically different before I cast again. Nothing is super different here, but there are some things that I could point out and talk about. Again, I'm just going to update more often because a lot of you guys are here. I know I have my Core 7, but I also have a couple more on the island. I've got both of these guys up here are subscribers and up here as well. So a lot of my subscribers are reaching out to each other and banding together as they have on this island group. And I think that's great. And I told him, just hang in there, we'll be up there soon, but not real soon, because we've got to take over mainland Oz first. So just to kind of point some stuff out to you, Mr. Boone here he reached out to me and got in touch with me and just said, "Hey, what's going on? My morale isn't changing. That day changed, nothing changed." And so I looked, and I don't know how old that message is. Could probably look at that, but I did notice that he's stalled here at 89%. Now, 89% is not terrible, but that's his capital, or is it? I'm a little confused here. Okay, I think it's his capital. Now, hold on. Yeah, there's no capital that I can build. So that's really maybe over here. Is there a capital I can build? Yeah, okay. So it is his capital. It just doesn't list that building. That's weird. But, it is weird for your capital to have lower morale than other surrounding stuff. Oh, it doesn't. All the stuff around is 80, 81. So it looks like it's leveling out at 89%. So what I told him is, first of all, he is at war with a country, so that's going to take him down 5%. Second of all, it's very early in the game, so as you can see, he's building a harbor. Great thing to do. Um, I probably would have built a harbor on my double resource tile, just because, of course, harbor does give you that 25% bonus. So double resource gives you a bigger base number, and then you get 25% of a bigger number. So that's a heads up. But he's also building a harbor there, so I think great. As you guys may know, I love harbors because they don't cost any upkeep. So if you can afford wood, like our friend here can, then build harbors everywhere. That's what he's doing. Good for you, man. Yeah, doing great. So anyway, I got off on that tangent because harbors give you a 7% morale bonus. So as soon as he's done with this war, and as soon as he gets a 7% morale bonus in that tile, it will go up to 100%. Now, the fact is, as we expand over the continent here, we're probably going to be at war with a lot of different folks on our way across there. So that 5% is a fairly consistent thing. I believe I'm at war with two nations right now. Is that correct? Yeah, I am. Yeah. Yep. Broome and Roburn. So right now, I saw this. It's so tempting. Two guys guarding a double fish tile, but I don't want to block off these guys over here. And you've heard me talk about it. Even when you're on your allies' territory, you go 2/3 speed, and that can be crushingly depressing when you're trying to move, say, really slow units, like your cannon. Now, one thing I have discovered and confirmed is that if I build a railway, then my allies get the bonus. So it's a weird thing. Two things are happening simultaneously. They're getting a 2/3 penalty, but they're getting the 2.5 bonus from the railway. So, for instance, I happened to see some infantry. This is how I tested it. As I looked at some of my infantry. This is in another game that were on my allies' railway, and you can go and see how fast he's going. You click on him, you can go see how fast he's going. And I noticed, hey, he's going. Yeah, it's down here somewhere. Anyway, speed. There we go. It told me the speed. That guy was going 73 kilometers per hour. So my guy, a normal infantry goes what, 36? And so a normal infantry should be going 2/3 that speed on an ally's territory. But because of that railway, it boosted him up to more than twice. So the penalty kind of offset the railway. It wasn't such a grand bonus. I think normally you get 90, but instead of 90, he got 73. So still a penalty for going through allies, but um, definitely that railway helps everyone. So what I'm thinking here is I'm going to shoot eastward here and really try not to block anybody in. It does look like some of these guys are going to have to travel over allies to get out of their central zone, but that's okay. But remember, that's also factored into how far away from your capital a particular province is. So if they have to move through a slower moving thing, that increases that time and increases the penalty, the morale penalty for being far away from your capital. So we'll see how this develops, but currently I'm going to be heading eastward. Again, I'm not super worried about morale. Keeping some guys on these because there are potential invading situations going on there. But overall, still moving over here. So I did not take this super easy thing. And not only that, but like he's so close. It's like, take it. And the thing is, we can also gift tiles to each other. So one of my friends down here, I believe it was Gascoigne, had mentioned that he's really, he's got wheat, that's good, but he's hurting for food. So anyway, if some of us have multiple double food tiles, we can actually gift that tile to each other, or we can just make trades directly to each other. So wanted to make sure. Somebody was talking about posting a trade. I think you can post a trade, but here's the best way to trade with an alliance mate. If I just go directly to my alliance mate, click on his thing here, go to the right here, and it's new trade. So I think the person knew, but I just wanted to make sure. You just go to resources on both of these, and then trade whatever you want for whatever you want. Change the amount, and then send the offer. So again, they might have just been saying post a trade in a certain kind of way, but at the stock market, these are all trades and offers. So I guess you could post a trade here. I don't know. I've never really done it that way because I'm trading directly with my allies. It's just easier to this for that. If you want to gift them, you just trade. You trade away like 5,000 wheat, and then all you ask in return is vision or traverse or something you already have, and so it's basically gifting them. So pretty straightforward. Okay, looks like we are going to be coming up here in contact with Darwin pretty soon. He's playing it pretty close to the vest, which I like. It does look like he has expanded, but he's keeping his borders tight. I like it. Nobody here guarding this border, but he's not at war with this guy. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. It looks like he's taken over an entire province to the side here. He is now in control of a double wheat, and he's sitting pretty on top of 2 double energy tiles. As you know, we're starved for energy down here in Australia. So he's doing well. In fact, all of us are doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with everyone's performance. One person I did have concern about was up here in the mainland here, and he was one of the first 6, so he's actually in the coalition. Dang it, I'm getting used to this new interface. There we go. See, he's in our subscriber game coalition. So I was really concerned about him because he was struggling up here, but oh geez, he's at war with 3 countries. Oh boy, man, I'm super sorry, my dude. I mean, there's none of us around to help him. It's pretty helpless feeling, I gotta admit. I hate it seeing a brother up here without anybody to help him out. There's nobody to guard his borders. He's just surrounded by enemies. So man, I'm super sorry. Did they already take his capital? Yeah, I can't see he might be gone. The thing is, when you scroll out and you don't see a person's name, that can mean that they went AFK, but it also can mean that they lost their capital, that their capital's just gone. So I don't remember where Delhi's capital was, whether it was one of these Punjab provinces or not, but it's not looking good for him. So I guess if you're waiting in line, let me just click over to here and just tell you who's next in line here. Okay, so we have 3 applications currently: Esperance, Nelson, and Otago. And so I'm going to go by the date of application. So it looks like Esperance, who I know is on mainland here. Yep, Esperance, who already has shared vision. He's already on board fully. committed to our movement here. You can tell he's attacked into this other province. He's doing really well. He's keeping his borders tight. He will be asked to join. Now, that's not to say, I mean, that guy up there could hold on. I hate it that he's at war with 3 nations. That's, terrible on the morale. It's, minus 15 morale per turn. And then, almost all of his territories have adjoining territories that he's at war with. So, that's an additional penalty when you're, we could just, we can't look at his, but yeah, let's look at mine down here. Just talk about morale a little bit more, since that did come up with my alliance mate. Just talking about morale here. So this tile is adjacent to hostile territory. So you can see here, it says enemy neighbors minus 20. So that super sucks, because there are 1, 2, this counts as a neighbor, you joke. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So minus 5 because of each of these enemy territories that are neighbors that I'm adjacent to. So that sucks. But again, that only impacts this particular tile, and that'll change once I conquer around, and once my allies conquer around, that'll improve. But that's not a global thing. That's not a meta thing. It's just for that one little territory. But it, then the territory goes towards the average morale as well. So as I told my friend, I don't worry super a lot about. I just don't worry a lot about morale early on. 69 is my average here. That's not great, but think about it. Every new territory you conquer starts off with 25% morale, and then has all these penalties of enemies nearby, so that affect those tiles individually. You can see this tile no longer has that penalty because I've conquered north into that adjacent tile, so you won't see. There is the generic neighbors minus 12. And I think that has to do with the morale of your neighbors, and it pulls you down if their morale is lower. It lifts you up if their morale is higher, but that's not at war with neighbors. Like, let's check this guy. He does have enemy neighbors. So there's neighbors and there's enemy neighbors. So this guy has minus 20 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it sucks. But I'll just take the hit for now, and as we expand, that will go away. So all right, guys, thanks for checking in. Morale is pretty huge. If you think about the idea that, if you have 50% morale, that affects your fighting ability, it affects your defense ability. It essentially halves the strength of your stack, whatever it is. So that's really one of those finesse things that as you play this game longer, you'll start paying more and more attention to that morale stuff. It is super important. But again, it's hard to keep these frontier territories with any kind of morale as you march forward, because of what we've been talking about. So, all right, thanks for checking in, guys. Again, I will try to keep this updated fairly regularly, since we do have, I think as many as 10 to 12 subscribers are in this game. Again, if you're a subscriber and you're watching this, maybe check in with us down in the comments. Just say, hey, yo, and tell me what your country is. And also, if I haven't said this, if you're a subscriber, go ahead and share Vision with me. Wherever you're at on the board, share Vision with me. And as far as I'm concerned, you're an honorary brother. We won't attack you. I'll announce who you are. And, the thing is, since we're a group of subscribers to a particular channel, we can work together to the very end. And, of course, only the coalition kind of gets the official win. But I think as a channel, we get the win, and it would actually that's kind of cool. Like, if we actually had 12 people working together towards a common goal, that would give us a huge advantage, because obviously everyone else is working with 7. Although I suspect some of them have outside allies as well, but not with the bond that we have, because we're on the same channel. So that's kind of exciting. So yeah, maybe just bop down to the comments and tell me what country you're in here on the map, and just let me know. I want to know how many of my subscribers are here. I certainly know the 7 of us down here. I know Otago. I know, let's see. Yeah, I thought Melbourne. I always say Melbourne, but somebody from Australia said, no, it's Melbourne. So, all right. Melbourne is with us. Oh, good. He's attacking onto this island as well. Good for you, buddy. Ooh. Man, my subscribers are kicking butt. I'm loving this. Everyone's expanding. Everyone's keeping their borders tight. Nobody's over expanding. You know, you can certainly over expand till you got nobody left to defend yourself, and that's a dangerous situation. Otago's doing okay. I wouldn't attack here. I wonder if he's paying attention. Oh, I think he has Traverse. Are you at war, Otago? Or do you have Traverse? You are at war with Auckland. Is this Auckland? I think it is. It is not. Where is Auckland? What is happening here? Are you Auckland? I don't know what's happening, folks. But okay, that's good. I thought he was attacking, and he's not. I assume he's got Traverse because he's moving through this country. What is going on up here? He's got, oh, Auckland. I bet you're Auckland. You are Auckland. Look at that sneaky guy. He went into the water to sneak around, and oh, it's not. That's not great, though. No, that's not good. Yeah, there's a bunker there. So, yeah. Hey, Otago, if you're watching, man, call off the attack. You know, you did some damage and you scared him, but he got a bunker there in time. And, you know, you got to watch out. Watch out for those bunkers in the early game. But you're doing okay, man. If honestly, if you pull this back, I think you're doing great. Just hang in there. But yeah, let's call off that attack, please. All of these guys are going to die. Yeah, those are just ones. So yeah, you don't have, you know, if you did have, how many are in that bunker right now? 12. And then, yes, 17 total. In a bunker, no, you'd need a force of like 40. I'd want 40 guys going in against 17 in a bunker. And we know it's a level 1 because we can see how many guys there are. We're in that inner ring of vision of my ally here. So we know that there's 17 guys there. We know that it's a level 1, but that's enough. And then he's got 5 more streaming in. Yeah, Otago, my friend, I'm going to post this right away. Turn around. Hey, man, you know, what they say is run away and survive to fight another day. So you'll get to save these, 7 or 8 guys. You'll certainly save these 9, 10, 11 guys. And you'll come back to your frontier here with a decent amount of number of troops. So you're not, you know, by no means are you left destitute. You've got plenty of troops there to move forward into the future. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot. I'm going to post this immediately. And again, I'll try to post more frequently. I'm probably going to go to bed here soon. Yeah, we'll see. But I'll post again tomorrow when I wake up, and we'll see what's different on the map and check in with our allies. All right. Adios, my friends.